Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We discuss spiritual, psychological, coaching-related topics on a daily basis in an audio format. There's over 240 audios for you to check out, so hopefully something you enjoy. We're almost to 400 subscribers. We just need 2 more people, so if you could share this audio on a social media platform or with friends and family, that would be awesome. We'd love to reach that goal. Maybe we can hit 425 or so by the end of August. Anyway, today we're going to talk about actually a requested topic, which is how to get unstuck. When you've got a lot of ideas and you don't know what direction to take, when you've got a lot of ideas and you just aren't trusting in your own intuition about what to do. So I came up with about 6 things that will help you get unstuck in those situations, and we're going to go through those now. So these 6 things are things that I help, because I do business coaching as well as life and relationship coaching. I also do addiction recovery coaching as well. So I do a lot of different things, but these are things I've learned for people who especially are creative, who might have a lot of ideas. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you are a creative person, a writer, musician, or other form of creative. Maybe you're an athlete who's trying to set new goals. Don't know what you are, but these are things that can help. So the first is, look at your past. Look at the things that haven't gone well for you and see what you might have missed. Look on purpose for blind spots when you started other projects. Do you notice the same blind spots? Do you notice starting and stopping? Do you notice procrastination? Do you notice that maybe you start something and you don't have enough of a support system? You don't have enough people around you to cheer you on. You don't have enough resources, financially or otherwise. You don't have the types of people to market your venture or to bounce ideas off of. If you don't have certain things, or you notice in your past you keep coming up against the same roadblocks, it's better to address the things that haven't worked in the past before you start a new venture so that you can begin to see the possibility of creating new momentum. The next is gain an outside perspective. So what I tell people to do when they're starting a new venture is look for, be it online, be it in books, be it through mentorships or classes, look for individuals who are doing what you're doing and look and see how they became successful. Gain the perspective of watching someone, observing someone who's doing what you want to do, whatever that is. If it's, I want to open an Etsy shop, okay, then go search out 10 people that have an Etsy shop and see what they're doing and see how many products they offer and their price ranges, and maybe even email them through LinkedIn or through their shop. If it's writing a book, okay, then join some author groups to just start talking to people that have the perspective of being 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of you in doing what you're doing. The reason for this is the perspective of someone who's in the trenches is different than the person who's dancing around the trenches, right? So someone who's doing it serves 2 purposes. 1, they know the pitfalls that you want to avoid. And 2, they give you the network of people to rely on when you're kind of faltering and not knowing what to do with yourself. Now, we can rely on them through conversations, emails, whatever have you, but the bigger the network we have too, so don't just rely on one perspective. I tell people to rely on 3 to 5 perspectives of different people doing the same thing you're doing. And it might even be worthwhile to search, since we're a global community now thanks to the internet, to search for people in 2 or 3 areas of the country. Maybe someone that's 100 miles from where you are, maybe someone on the other side of the country, maybe someone who is in your town or the next town over, just so you're getting perspectives of people who are doing what you're trying to do from all different areas in your community or your country if you're international. The next thing is gain small momentum. What I mean by this is every day, block off 15 to 30 minutes to think about, write about, talk about, or do something towards your goal. The reason is because when you gain momentum of feeling like you did even 0.1% towards your goal. When I started, I'll give you a perfect example. When I started this YouTube channel, I said, I just want 10 people to see it. And that was my goal. And like 10 people, what's that, right? But then it was, okay, I did 10. Now I want 100. Okay, well, what's 100? It's nothing really. But right now we've been viewed over close to 70,000 times, and that was with a 15-month break of me almost losing my life due to medical complications and a medical malpractice situation. But the point is, gain momentum. So my next goal for this channel is 100,000 people, and right now it's 400 subscribers. I'd love to have 1,000 subscribers by February, because that's when I've been officially out of the nursing facility for 1 year. If I can do it before then, great. But that's my next goal, right? So what I'm saying is have 3 levels of goals. 1, a short range goal. That's something you can do in the next 2 to 4 weeks. 2, a medium range goal. That's something you can do in the next 3 to 6 months. And then 3, a long range goal. That's something you can do in the next 1 to 3 years. The reason to have these is because you're gaining momentum by working towards each of these independently and individually. And I will say this, if you don't have at least 15 minutes a day, so that's, if we go 7 days a week, that's what, an hour and 45 minutes a week. If you don't have, let's round it off and make it easy math, 2 hours a week to dedicate towards your goal, then you don't have enough passion about your goal to actually make it work. And obviously that's going to have to increase over time. Obviously, if it's going to become a sustainable business or a sustainable creative venture, you're going to need much more than 2 hours a week. But in the beginning, when you're in the planning stages, 2 to 5 hours a week is a good, healthy range of time. The next thing is, what's your why? Go forward. Why are you really doing this? Is it to gain more money? Is it to gain more time with your family? Is it to create a legacy, leave a legacy? Is it because you believe in a cause? Is it because you've always wanted to and it just will be fun? Is it because if you don't do it, you feel incomplete as a person? What's your why? Define your why you're doing what you're going to do in a way that you get up every day and like, yeah, that's why I'm spending time on this. And then the next thing is condition your mind towards progressive people. What I mean by this is, whether it's listening to a channel like this, or seeking out someone who inspires you, or reading inspirational quotes on Facebook or Instagram, or going and listening to lectures, or choosing an uplifting audiobook every day, on top of the 15 minutes you're putting into your own personal project, put at least 15 to 30 minutes into reconditioning your mind to other believers, people who've done things that they didn't think they could do. And the reason that it's important is people who did things they didn't think that they could do, quite honestly, is because you need to look at, wow, if this person can overcome, then so can I. The next thing is create a gratitude journal around what you've accomplished. Meaning, be grateful that you're even taking the steps. Do you know that there are, last I read, 31 million active YouTube channels, and that I'm already with more subscribers than half of them? Now, wow, yeah, 300, almost 400 subscribers means nothing, right? In a world where there's like people that have millions and a couple with 500 million or close to 1 billion or whatever it is, it means nothing, except when you look at the fact that in the case of over half of the people never get that far. And that applies to you too. Over half of the people that want to do what you're doing haven't gotten as far as you've gotten. They haven't gotten to the planner stage. They haven't gotten to asking the question of, what's my next step? They haven't blocked out time for what they're doing. So the point I'm trying to make is simply find authorities of hope. Give yourself reasons to hope that you can make progress, and commit to progress. Don't commit to success, because committing to success can be dangerous. Look, you may know you're going to succeed, and you should. If you don't think that success is possible, don't even get started. But commit to progress, because progress every day, every month, every week, every year is going to lead to success. If you continue doing what you're doing, someone's going to notice. If you continue doing what you're doing, something's going to matter. But again, have a higher purpose. If you make it about money, then you're going to define your success by how much money you make and not how much fun you have while making the money. If you make it about notoriety, then you're only going to care when X amount of people are listening rather than realizing each time you speak or each time you create a craft or do whatever you do, that you're making an impact on who knows how many lives, because people are going to share that with other people in their family, in their workplace, with their kids, whatever. So find a way to create hope within what you surround yourself with. Hopefully these have been helpful. If there's anything I can further do to advance this or any other topic, please feel free to make that request in the comments below. But until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.